Presuming you use the magic 3 reviews that we all talk about, are all reviews received weighted equally in your assessment?
I would like to say yes, but in reality, knowing the kind of subjective nature of what people say and who they are and where they are in their field, the actual answer is no. All manuscripts we receive go out for 3 reviewers and are reviewed by 1 member of our kind of editorial board, which is 4 folks, and we make a collective decision about all of that. So sometimes the reviews that we get back from particular reviewers are short to the point of terseness. This manuscript should never be published in my lifetime. You know, some are a little more kind of encouraging, are written from this manuscript could be developed in these ways. So clearly, it depends a lot on the quality of the review that we get and who's written it, to which the kind of importance we place upon it. So nominally yes, because we count them up. I mean, if it's 3 rejects, it's 3 rejects. But if it's tied, it depends who it's from. You know.
I would say, like Tom, I think theoretically we give them equal weighting.
Yes.
But when you get down to the practical realities, probably not. I mean, the ideal review for me is what I call a critical assessment of the contribution. And that would be the perfect review. But sometimes, as Tom points out, is that you get an assessment that's pretty fluffy, and there's real no substance to the critique or to the analysis of it. You tend to give that less weight than someone. Now, having said that, you want a critical review doesn't mean that it means automatic rejection. Okay, that's not the point. A critical assessment is something quite different than a rejection. A rejection is another level of qualitative analysis. So I would say theoretically yes, but practicality no. And just because reviewers have different ways of expressing their assessment. Okay, some are very blunt and to the point in terms of their analysis. And sometimes you have to write, when you write back to the author, you have to mediate that bluntness in some of those reviews. Other people, you're not sure they actually read the article when the review comes back.
I think that my 2 colleagues have given the correct answer. We don't, but it's not because so and so is a big name in the field, and this one is a unknown, at least to the editor. What I've really learned is that some people who you know nothing about write incredibly incisive, helpful reviews that took time. And other people who are big guns, you wonder if they've read it, and certainly they're not very helpful. And so you lean towards the review that especially when one says reject and one says minor revisions, you lean towards the review that is most compelling and convincing. And that's something that's important for every one of you who, if you haven't been asked yet, you're going to be asked soon to review. We need your careful assessments, and those are really important. And it's not the name that's attached; it's the internal consistency and internal consistency and coherence of the review that convinces you, yeah, this person really got it right.
Presumably there's also, the reason I'm weighing in here is because there are many overlaps between the journal issues and the book issues, obviously. If you get a very interdisciplinary article too, you're often going to get 2 or 3 readers who are, their areas of expertise are not exactly the same. And if you get one person whose area of expertise is really, is a substantial part of that article, and they've also done a review with heft, well, you're going to be listening.
But it's interesting, Kel, that for all the years that it's not uncommon, but it's certainly more common that the 3 reviewers all agree this is a great piece of work. Or they all agree this really shouldn't be published. Now, yes, there's always some interesting, 2-1, one and another, and so forth. But there is a sense of out there in the community in terms of the assessors that they tend to
They recognize quality?
yeah, they recognize it, and I know for you that when you get your rejection, okay, you're going to say, well, these jerks don't know anything, and they're biased, and they don't know what's going on, and this is, you know, the most fantastic contribution in the world, and if only the idiots that reviewed this would, you know, shape up and do their work and so forth. Well, I think, first of all, you have to develop some thick skin, okay, to take a rejection gracefully. But you also have to understand that reviewers are not out to get you. Okay, it's not a matter of, oh, I know this person or this particular philosophical position. There will be a little bit of that, but on average, I would say that most assessors, most reviewers are conscientious, and what they're trying to do is to say, does this make a substantive contribution to the discipline? Is this methodologically sound? As Ian said, does the evidence support the kind of claims that are being made? Is it written in a way in which an intelligible fashion that the normal person could understand what's going on? So.